Okay, this is the fun time. I've spent a lot of time getting this beautiful 99K ready to go out to Coeur Alene, Idaho, to Amy, who's going to be sewing leather with it. So guess what? We're going to be doing some conformation sew-offs with two different types of leather. One is a leather suede. You may be able to catch a glimpse of it over here on the right-hand side. We're going to be going through 2 layers of it. That's going to be about 8 to 10 ounces of leather. And then next to it, we've got a full grain leather that, oh my gosh, you could make holsters, pretty much anything you want to make out of it. That's going to be also close to 8 to 10 ounces of leather as well. Unbelievably hardcore stuff when it comes to getting through it. This particular machine was born in Scotland in 1956, specifically January 24th, 1956, and it is all about heavy duty. Typically the 99Ks, or at least the American made 99s, come with a standard 0.56 amp motor. And with a 0.56 amp motor, they're pretty hardcore. I mean, they can sew through pretty much anything you put underneath the presser foot. Knowing that Amy is going to be doing some heavy duty sewing with this, particularly leather, I've upgraded this to a Scottish made Singer 0.8 amp motor. So it's going to have the same amount of power as if you watch any of my videos on the Spartan. The Spartan comes also out of that neck of the woods with a 0.8 amp motor. So you're talking about 2 times the strength of the Singer Featherweight and more powerful than the 201-2 or the 1591 with those potted motors. So 0.8 amps should be able to do pretty much anything Amy wants to do with it. So follow me down to the needle. I'm on my own, so we might have a little bit of a rough go of it when it comes to the camera work. I know you're patient, so it is what it is. I'm going to see if I can sneak around the camera and hopefully can see where you're seeing. Yep, got it. And if you want to get a better idea of kind of what I cut this from, I'm going to see if I can get in the camera area. This is the piece of leather right here. You can see it from both sides and from the side as well. This is anything but lightweight leather. Like I said, you could easily make holsters or other heavy grade type projects with this leather. And this other stuff is nothing to be scoffed at either. This is going to be, you can see from the back, is going to be a hardcore type leather suede. With the 2 pieces together, I'm going to see if I can put it together, match it up for you so you can see from the side. That's anything but lightweight sewing right there. So we're going to start with a leather suede and then kind of build up to this extremely hard to get through full leather. It's also vegetable tanned, which makes it even more difficult to get through it. So I've got that underneath the presser foot, and we're going to go ahead. I just have to lean in real quick here. We're going to go ahead and get this done. So make sure my clutch is locked, and here we go. We've got about 8 ounces of leather suede. Here we go. I took that extremely easy, and you've heard me say that in other videos, but honest to Pete, I was really controlling that foot control. I wanted to show you didn't have to mow through it. I mean, in some cases you've got machines that can barely get through something, and they just throttle that machine. I mean, it's at 100%. We were probably at about 40-45% there, and if you can see that in the camera, that is absolutely a picture perfect stitch quality. The spacing, the formation, and on the other side it goes into that suede, the leather suede, so intense that I have to pull it back big time so you can see that lock stitch. But rest assured, if I pull on this, that is there to stay. So an absolutely gorgeous stitch quality, going through the equivalent of close to 10 ounces of leather suede. So let's throw that to the side. Now, here's where the real test comes in. We're talking a vegetable tan, full grain type leather. If you could feel this with your own hand, it feels, I can't even describe it. It's so rigid, it's so dense. So this machine is really going to be able to prove itself by getting through this. Again, we're talking close to 10 ounces of full grain leather, and there is nothing easy about that whatsoever. All right, so here we go. 10 ounces of full grain vegetable tan leather. Here we go. Look at the control of power, just to show how doggone easy that is. It wasn't even an effort for this machine. We could probably double that up or even more, and it would just zip through it. But you know what? I think I've proven through these confirmation sew-offs that this 99K is ready to get the job done. And look at, let me try to get the right angle so you can see it. I'm trying to look in the camera myself. That is an absolutely gorgeous stitch. The spacing, the formation, no skip stitches. And if you look at the back side, you can really get an idea. Look at the grain of that leather. It is just absolutely rugged leather. And yet the lock-in stitch, the top stitch are absolutely picture perfect. What I'm going to do to wrap up this video is I want to put these by the presser foot as best as I'm able so you can scrutinize them up close and personal and take a look at these stitches. And actually I think I'll go like this because then you can really see them when we do it lengthwise. I'm going to have to move them over a little bit. You can tell the imperfection of live cameras. It just is what it is. So, all right. So let me go back here so you can get a real close look at these stitches up close and personal. We'll start at the bottom. And actually I'll start over here on the full grain leather side. Look at that. Absolutely spot on. Perfect in every way. Oh my gosh, those are beautiful. Let's go over here to the leather suede, the 2 layers. Again, we're talking close to 10 ounces of leather. You know what? That is nothing to scoff at either. Here you can see it even more clearly. Red on red, let's just face it, that's a little bit of a challenge, but you know what? Those stitches in both instances are just absolutely spot on. There you can see it off from a distance a little bit as well. Amy is going to have so much fun with this machine again at no extra cost. I was able to upgrade that motor, an original Scottish Singer 0.8 amp, and it is going to do just spectacular work in the realm of leather for this machine. So Amy, have fun shipping it off today. Also, a quick note to my dear friend Joe, who lives out in New York State, actually lives on an island off of New York State proper. Your machine is done. We're doing the final touches right now aesthetically just to bring out those that filigree and decals. The mechanical challenges we had, which took a long time to overcome, have been overcome. So you're going to receive a machine to marry up with that beautiful table that you already have. And you're going to be able to finally celebrate this Christmas with the machine and the table together once again. So that's just a quick note to Jo, because she has been ever patient as we've been overcoming different challenges with her project. All right, so again, a beautiful 99K getting ready to head out to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho to Amy. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber.